How's it going, everybody? Back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing my UFC Evloev versus Murphy recap. Now, for the main card, they started off on fire because coming into this, the last prelim fight, Mason Jones versus Axel Sola, was an absolute banger fight. But the first fight on the main card, we had Curtis Campbell, who had a lot of hype coming into this fight. People saying he was a complete fighter, had amazing ground game, and some underrated submissions. But Danny Silva, nobody, once again, Danny Silva getting overlooked. The fact that he went to decision with Kevin Vajallos, a pretty close fight, too. Like, that was getting overlooked. Nobody talking about that. I mean, I even overlooked it myself because I fell into the hype on Curtis Campbell. But it's like the same literal cycle that MMA fans keep falling into on guys that are making their debut against a good opponent who are like a big favorite. It's the constant thing in the MMA community. I fall victim to it almost every time too. I'm not gonna lie. We're constantly picking these guys based off hype and overlooking their opponents who are either veterans or also prospects who are very good fighters. This happens so many times every single year. But then round two, Danny Silva, spectacular knockout. Dropped him 3 times. It says on paper twice, but he dropped him like 3 times. The ref was forced to stop in. It wasn't like an out cold knockout, but one more shot and he would have been done. And then Christian Leroy Duncan had Roman Dolidze looking lost in there. Literally looked like he was grappling just to hold on for dear life. He kept pulling for a leg lock, too, in this fight. But in the small sample size we got to see of Leroy Duncan on the feet against an elite opponent, he showed why he's England's top prospect, in my opinion. And then Ibo Barnowski, coming one of my favorite fighters. Before I can even register that the fight has started, I was literally looking down at something on my phone. I was looking at March Madness, and I look up and he already got him. Now, I'm excited to see more from Ibo. I mean, he apparently has a grappling background, so I'm excited to see him eventually use his grappling. But he just keeps knocking dudes out in the first round. MVP versus Patterson was a dumb fight, in my opinion. I was not a fan of this fight to begin with. I just couldn't see why they were feeding Patterson to MVP. It was either Patterson was going to get too aggressive, too angry and get himself knocked out, or this was going to happen. You're going to derail somebody who's on a 4-fight finish streak by giving him an opponent like MVP, somebody who's so hard to hit. And MVP, man, like, he has yet to do something exciting in the UFC. That's like his 5th UFC fight, all decisions, all boring ones too. I get it. He is an amazing striker, and to some people can be fun to watch, but I'm just not a fan of this constant point fighting, dancing style. Like, at least go for the knockout. He could have knocked Patterson out, but he just didn't go for it. Luke Riley proved he's the real deal. Michael Aswell brought it. He's a tough opponent, and he might have pound for pound one of the best chins in the UFC right now. Holy shit. Michael Aswell, you are on notice. You gotta notice this man for his chin. Holy shit. He took so many left hooks to the fucking jaw. Probably like 40. He didn't drop once. And Riley, he might have some of the fastest hands in the division. And then the main event, Evloev versus Murphy, was a weird fight. Evloev taking the first 2 rounds off of wrestling. He didn't shoot a single takedown. And then he went 9 for 10 for the rest of the fight. He also lost a point due to low blows. But he won the last 3 rounds. He almost finished Murphy. But Murphy proved tough. I don't know if there was like a hip injury or something, because he like just collapsed after the fight. I don't know if there's some kind of injury. They were kind of hinting towards that on commentary, but Evloev's about to get Volkanovski next. We'll see. I think Volkanovski beats Evloev. I think he beats Murphy. I'm not convinced either one of those guys could beat Volkanovski unless he's washed.